because then it's at least covering the king as well. Knight bd7, as we expected, is on the board. So now e5 immediately is not possible because knight can capture it. Sometimes white does even sacrifice this pawn, but it's usually if the queen is the capturing piece, and then there are lots of tempos. But here I don't think it can work. So white can choose multiple things, very common, and maybe even the most played move is something like queen e2, bishop d2, rook a e1 in this
Yeah, that's
particular line
one. Yeah,
to
another
prepare
one
e5.
is queen f3 and bishop e3. Obviously,
Mm-hmm.
again, there are some plus and some minus on both because bishop e3 and queen f3 they are more aggressive, but you have less control on e4 square. Bishop d2, queen e2 they are a little less aggressive, and you cannot play queen g3 because your queen is on e2, but
Mm-hmm.
you have more control on e4 square.
Yes, so it's really fun to see how this really placement of the pieces and this moment now, even next to moves, right? Where will the queen and the bishop go? How it affects the whole middle game, perhaps, because it will depend. Is it gonna be more aggressive? For example, queen f3. It's has this potential of going to g3, putting pressure on the g7 pawn, but it goes under the pin of the bishop on b7, and there can
Yeah.
also be some tricks. So I think this will be a really fun game to follow, and we
Yeah,
will.
sometimes white plays queen f3 and then queen h3 with
Mhm.
idea in the future to play e5 and open his bishop and attacking h7 and threat checkmate. But black has a good control on e5 square with the knight on d7, the pawn on d6, and the queen on usually on c7. And another option on black side is that when the queen comes to h3, black can play g6 and to fight against the bishop on d3 and reduce his attacking h7 square. But on the opposite side, when you play g6, you create some weaknesses on the black squares. And so sometimes black, what does, he plays rook e8, bishop f8, and bishop g7. But it takes time, this regrouping, no? So
Mhm.
tempo in this position is something important because basically both of them, they know what they should do, but the important is to take the right decision in the right moment and not using too many moves to make it happen because tempo is what makes the difference.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, Natao, this promises to be a really fun game. But let's try to take a look at board one
Mhm.
in the next section now. So we covered 50 plus, and then we can jump to open 65, where we have sole leader Alexander Reprincev versus Jared Welling, who is sharing second place of 6